So we out here in Brno. The weather is cloudy and the weather forecast doesn't say any rain. So hopefully it's gonna stay a dry race and we'll see what's gonna happen.
No need to go in and change the tires today.
Yeah, that is right. That means the front, that both tires gonna last a little bit longer.
Have you tested tires yet for the track this weekend?
I did just a little bit with a couple of sessions I did, and I'm not gonna say it, but you'll see in the race.
I
But
have no idea what I'm using yet.
yeah, but actually I think the thing is you could race pretty much everything, I think, except of softs. Softs won't last that long, but yeah, I guess it's really yeah. Go
I'm
ahead.
curious if the soft front tire will last.
Soft front. That is
Because I
very much.
used that in Germany and it worked great.
Yeah, there is a big chance it will last. And I think that's even gonna be a really good option, because when you're choosing medium or even hard front, you're gonna put, like, it's gonna be really hard for you at the start of the race. Trying to brake and easily losing the front, which I hope that won't happen in the race. For anyone, because I don't want anyone to take anyone out.
No, definitely not. I want to see good, clean racing.
Yeah, that is right. So a little bit about our riders for today, and I think there are some changes. Blake JR is not riding on the Ducati anymore. He's riding on a KTM RC16. And
oh, he's riding KTM.
Yeah, that is right. And Vladimir Jaeger is not cruising anymore with the Yamaha, and he got the Ducati right now with a Deadpool helmet, looking pretty neat.
Nice.
And we have Fuzzy, our Polish rider, wildcarding on the Yamaha. I think Heaton also changed. He's on the Suzuki right now. Sloppy Warlock is on the Yamaha. And the rest...
Yeah, he's a permanent rider now, hey? Sloppy?
Yeah, I think he's pretty much is, because some riders got retired. They chose to retire, which I think it's a big shame, you could say.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep. As riders now setting in the laps.
Currently on pole, and I'm on board with Rishi, our pole champion of the year. Let's see what he can do coming across the line. Oh, hits the curb.
Still goes first.
Oh my god.
He's clearing out the way. Desmodeni red sectoring. I don't know how much that's true, but let's... Oh, he goes into the pits for some reason, not setting up a lap. And he goes out.
On board with Darius, seeing how he's going to make up in the second sector here.
So
0.5 seconds back.
Yeah, that is right. Vladimir Jaeger just crashes on the Ducati. And to be honest, this track, Brno, it's a high speed, like the average speed here is pretty high. So I think it's more of a track of Honda and Ducati, which Yamaha and Suzuki will struggle. But the second sector, it's really twisty and pretty technical, you could say. So I'm really wondering how exactly how the Suzuki and Yamaha will do, and maybe they will even gain some time in the corners.
I think for sure they'll definitely make up a lot of time in some of these corners, especially some of the long sweeping turns. I think the Yamaha is going to excel there.
Yep.
I'll hop on board with KG, our first person rider, on his personal best lap so far.
Like Jar.
Looking to set his first lap.
So I think he has a teammate right now. I'm not even sure if they are on the same team, but it looks like it, that KG has a new teammate, Blake JR, and I think they can be a real weapon.
Oh, I think so too.
And next season, let's hope KTM will bring something new, and they're gonna be up there more, as KG just goes 7th pretty good
Wow,
time.
good lap from KG.
Yeah, that is
I
right.
really hope that the KTM is a more competitive bike next year. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I'll even considering using it if it will be more competitive.
Sure.
And rumor says that GP20, MotoGP 20, the game, will come out in April. That's much sooner than June, that is always been. And our league is supposed to end at that around of that time, and maybe we'll just restart it back to Qatar. And I have, I'm pretty excited to see how the game gonna be like, and I'm even gonna be more happy to race against with those guys on a new platform.
Oh yeah, me too. I hope like the physics might change a little bit too, so everybody's going to be starting on somewhat the same level to get used to the way the bikes handle and everything. So it'll be really interesting to see what the new game brings in terms of physics and riding styles.
Yeah, that is right. So no excuse by anyone because everyone have the game pretty much new, and you have to get used to everything once again.
Oh yeah.
As Rishi goes red sector, second sector.
Yeah, April, that is soon. Like holy. I can't wait till it comes out though just to give it a try.
Yeah, me too, obviously, and I think someone just went into the sand. That was behind Rishi. It was a red bike.
Oh, he goes gray.
But I think this time maybe will be enough for pole, but I know Rishi has way more in the back for it. So.
Oh yeah, as long as he doesn't hit that curb on the outside, he might beat his time.
Yeah, that is right. So, yeah, he just beat it this time only by the fourth sector. So, and I think it's already safe that Rishi is gonna be on pole this time and gonna add another pole to his respectful collection, I should say.
Yeah. Oh, I have no doubt he'll get this pole as well.
But
Desmo Danny crashes.
yeah, but we could talk about qualification all day long, but when the race comes, it's a completely different thing.
Oh, it's a whole new ball game. Anything can happen. Darius going red in sector 1.
Fully challenge pole position of Rishi.
Yeah, hopefully the new game just cripples Gusta. Hopefully he just can't get the hang of
it. And I think
Bring
he's
him
wishing you the. I think he's
level.
wishing you the same thing. So
Yeah.
there he is.
He just got the #1 time on the time trial list with the Honda.
Yep, and then
I was trying to catch him.
Yep.
I was trying to catch him. I had his Ghost ahead of me, and I was getting gray hairs trying to keep up with him.
Actually, we had a race. He was in the Yamaha, and
yeah.
I think he had one crash, and then he started. He was chasing me for the whole race. We did 50% race, and I actually won it. So.
Oh wow.
As I said, you can be like one lap guy all day long, but when you have to hit this in the long run, it's a completely different thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a struggle. That's something I've struggled with at the start, at least, is trying to find a good rhythm, get into a race pace rhythm, and keep it the whole length of the race.
Yep. Darius goes second, not so far from Rishi, but not enough. Oh, almost getting on the grass there, which is just level. Vladimir Jaeger looking to improve. Crosses the line, improving. Now Rishi goes into the pit to change tires. And I think unlike some other tracks, for example, I think maybe Mugello, the curbs are not so little, and they're not really sending you to the moon, and you can even use them sometimes, which I'm not recommending, but.
Oh yeah, I would never recommend it.
Yeah, and also going off track here, it's not something that happens very often. I know I noticed, for example, I can talk only about myself, but uh, going a lot off track, doing hot laps in some different tracks, and I think here it was not so much of an issue.
No, I agree. I never even thought about that until just now, but yeah, you rarely run it off the track or go wide. I mean, the track is like 5 semi-buses wide,
Yeah,
semi-trucks wide, so
yeah, that is
it's a
right.
big one.
I think you could put the whole grid side to side, and it would fit everyone.
Yeah, you probably could. Not like the last couple, like Germany and Assen. Those are some tight, twisty turns.
Yeah, that is right. I think Aston was a real problem where we saw just invalid lap, invalid lap, invalid lap on the whole screen. You see this
Yeah, it
big,
was.
big like mark, red mark, you know.
Yeah, there was a couple laps where almost the whole field was invalid.
Yeah, that is right.
How's your week been? Did you get to take the motorcycle out for a spin?
Oh yeah, you already know. Even though it was raining quite a lot this week, I mean I was working also, so if I don't have to go outside when it rains, I'm not gonna go outside. But when it's dry, then I'm gonna go out and have a ride, have a spin, just wheel it up and down all day long.
Oh yeah, it's so much fun. I envy you. It's still snowy and icy on the roads here, so can't wait till I can take it out for a spin.
Yeah, for sure. And it's looking quite like the gap is not that big between the four people, and even the fifth, it's like a second separating 5 play. Ooh, Vazel's going off track. Looking for the limits. But it's quite tight up there, and I hope we'll see some great racing.
I think we will. I mean, we can expect Rishi to drop down to like 8th place into turn 1.
I think
that always makes it exciting.
if we'll talk bad about him, he might just pull away at the first corner. You don't know.
Yeah, that's right. We got to do the reverse psychology here.
Yeah, that is right. Desmond Danny, red first sector, looking to have a red sector at the second one. I saw him wobbling quite a lot, so I'm not sure it goes orange. He's currently out from the front row, and I'm pretty sure
Something we don't see from Desmond Danny too often. He's usually right up there.
Yeah, that is right. Maybe not his favorite track, where you saw quite a lot of people saying at the start of, before the weekend even started, where Sachsenring just ended, a lot of riders saying that that's not their favorite track.
Yeah, I like Germany. I like the Sachsenring.
Yeah, but they're saying that about Brno also, so.
Yeah, this is not my favorite track. It's definitely one that I have not as much experience on. Just mainly, I think it's because I don't think it's as fun as some of the other tracks to ride.
Yeah, that is right. I think you're just getting a little bit left behind, where if you ask every single rider on the grid which track is their favorite, or even give a top 5, I don't think anyone would put Brno in their top 5.
No, I doubt it.
So the checker flags is out, and the last rider is gonna go across the line right now.
If Dreen can improve on his personal best, 2.2 seconds behind pole position. Takes Fazzy's spot. Fazzy has an invalid lap, waiting on Jono Ninja and Hidden.
Yeah, that's right. Jono Ninja, another first-person rider alongside KG.
The last 2 riders make the final corners. Will Hidden improve? Oh, we don't know.
And qualification just ending. We're just waiting for the race director to approve the results, and we'll have our time sheets.
And then finally we'll get the race started.
Yeah, what we all been waiting for.
Oh yeah, we waited all week, all the practice, all the blood, sweat, and tears comes down to this moment.
Yeah, that is right. So currently Rishi on pole with a 52.2. That's not a bad time, but I've seen him doing better, so maybe just the excitement going up to him. Darius on the Desmo bike, Vazel's third, and then Desmo fourth. Sloppy Warlock fifth on the Yamaha, sixth Vladimir Jaeger on his new Desmo bike, Drin on the M1, Fazi on the Fazi 8th on the M1, Blake JR new on the RC16 of KTM. After behind him on the fourth row, Johanna Ninja on the Suzuki, Heaton also on the Suzuki, and KG closing the grid up.
It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be interesting.
As always, I think those lower tier like races never let us down. We always had some great fights, sometimes even to the last couple of corners, and I'm really excited to see what they're gonna bring up this time.
Oh, me too. I hope it's a good battle right to the end. And you never know, like you said, these guys are good riders. They're all clean. They respect each other on the track, but man, they put on a good show. I love watching this and commentating it every weekend. It's a blast.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I would not lie when I'm saying that's getting really close for me to racing, and I'm just really excited.
Oh yeah, me too. I can't wait to hit the track.
And I think we have some penalties, but none of the lower tier guys. So that's except of Fuzzy. Fuzzy. Oh no, sorry. Fuzzy is gonna race for the pedal faster Yamaha. And lights out. Looks like Rishi had a nice start, which is surprising.
Yeah, good start from Rishi.
Ducati guys, Vazel's currently leading. Oh, it's pretty up tight.
Oh, it takes the inside around this fast sweeping turn.
Vazel's is first. Darius is first. Rishi's second. Vazel's third.
Wow, as he uses that Ducati power down the straight.
Oh, touching the. Oh! Fuzzy just takes out Rishi.
Oh, I was looking at Rishi's bike. All I saw was a tire come and smack into him. I'm not sure exactly what happened there.
I think it was Fuzzy that took him out because he also crashed, and I think
his Hitton was right there as well.
I think riders were joking about it at the start of the race, that Fuzzy's a little bit too much aggressive and who is he gonna take out. And I think they were joking because they didn't want that to happen, but taking Rishi out, our favorite for the race, you could say.
Oh yeah, unfortunately the jokes came true.
And I think we'll see some severe hard penalties coming through. Maybe even a black flag.
There's gonna be a reaction to that action. Hopefully we'll see something.
There is
yeah, it's gonna be frustrating for Rishi in his helmet right now. He's probably just shaking his head.
Yeah, that is right. Blake JR improved to 5th place. Trin on 4th. Sloppy Warlock 3rd. Where is Desmond Danny? Desmond Danny is 5th. Something happened to him. Maybe even he was part of the contact up there. I quite missed it, so because I was looking from a weird angle.
Yeah. They're either a mistake or maybe there was a bit of contact, but they're not too far behind.
Yeah, that is right. Looking like Rishi is gonna build his place up. 8th currently behind KG. Yana Ninja just crashes.
Vazel's our winner from Germany, out in front, being chased by Darius.
And I think he's gonna look to just do exactly what he did in Sachsenring and just pull away a bit and let some crashes behind him just make the gap bigger.
Yep, just ride your clean lines, let everything else happen. Almost looked like Darius was thinking about a move up the inside.
Blake JR is the next victim of Rishi, next target. Hopefully it's gonna be a pretty clear pass. Oh, and there is some contact. Rishi took the inside, but just overtaking, I think, quite quite okay. So Rishi currently 6th, KG 8th. Sloppy Warlock crashes out of the third place.
Crashes out of third. Sloppy on an amazing race so far. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Actually missed it, so...
I think he just lost the front. Oh, Darius, think about, goes up the inside,
and
tries to cut back up the uphill straight.
I think those guys gonna take it right to the end.
Oh, I think so.
And maybe those fights will just slow them a bit down, letting Desmo Danny catch up, and even Rishi gonna catch up.
All the way up to 5th place already.
So Darius on the slipstream, a little bit of Vazel's.
Not letting him pull away.
Desmo Danny setting the fast laps.
Vazel's goes wide.
And
Darius cuts to the inside. Oh, and they're side by side down the straight.
who's gonna be brave on the brakes? And it looks like Vazel's is gonna run wide for sure. And he does.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, cuts up the inside.
Oh, it's close. I'm telling you, it's close. He's on the slipstream. Going up the inside.
Up the inside.
Darius and both of them going wide. And I think they just
this long left-hand turn.
And they're slowing down, letting Desmo Danny catch up, and I think that's exactly what he's looking for.
Oh, Desmo Danny, big smile on his face as he watches these two battle it out.
And I'm telling you,
he has the opportunity to catch up.
He has front row seats for this battle.
Oh yeah, he's got a good spot for it.
It's Rishi just behind him, almost 3 seconds gap, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna cut it down since it's just the start of the race.
Oh yeah, lots of race left to go. I am fairly sure we'll see Rishi up fighting for this first place spot.
And I think he said, Rishi, that he wants to stay always ahead of Danny, right? Desmo Danny.
Oh, what just happened there?
Looks like a lag. I got really scared for a second.
Oh, me too. I thought Darius was going down.
Oh, Desmo Danny going wide on the curbs. Still setting... Oh, it's not the fast lap, but I think that's a bug. Darius going wide.
Yeah, that's one thing about that turn one is you can take it a little wide and not be...
And not losing so
come
much.
Out of it pretty fast.
Yeah, that is right.
Losing.
So sometimes that Fuzzy just left. Maybe I'm not sure if he got a black flag or not, but he just left.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see after.
And I think we have a group of 1, 2, 3, 1 Honda and 2 Ducatis, and the other Honda just chasing really hard. I know Rishi's pushing, he wants to be up there.
Oh yeah, he's probably furious. He wants to be up there fighting for first place. We should bring Fazzy in for an interview.
He never speaks, but we can try.
Fazzy, if you can hear this, jump in the Discord. Alright, it looks like the gap is staying about the same.
Half a second between each other. Rishi cutting down, it's pretty fast. I think every sector is cutting like 2/10.
Yeah, I think he was 2.7 before this last sector, so he's making his moves. He's on the charge.
Sloppy Warlock just overtook Drin. Is Drin chasing him right now?
Yeah, Sloppy has had some good times in the free practice this week. He's definitely seen a lot of improvements, so definitely one of the riders that is doing a really good job at improving.
And I think he's eating himself for that crash because he wanted to be up there. He should have been up there, but one crash, one front losing, it's all it takes.
Yeah, it sucks, but it doesn't take much in the MotoGP bikes to crash.
Yeah, that is right.
A good drive from Darius. Danny right behind him. So the Ducatis look to close the gap slightly. Going up the inside. Oh, they're right.
Oh,
He's
it's
right behind him
close.
now.
It's close. I'm telling you, it's
Oh,
close.
it's really close.
Desmond Denny sitting up there, front row seats for that battle.
This turn right here is so hard to hit perfect.
Yeah, that is right.
That downhill right-hand turn, man, that's tough.
Yeah, sometimes you go on the curb, sometimes you just go wide, and
Oh, I go wide all the time there.
there is thinking about the inside as well. This one just a little bit wide. Approaching the downhill hairpin. And when those two guys are battling, maybe we'll see Desmond Denny coming up on top.
Oh yeah, anything can happen. He's right there with the pack, this really close pack of 3. They power up the uphill straight, I guess you could call it.
Yep. Which is just a power hill thing. The one with the most power will have the advantage on that hill.
Oh yeah. That's definitely a spot where the Yamahas are gonna fall a little behind.
The Yamahas, the Suzukis.
Yep.
Rishi is setting a 53.0. Desmond Denny from the outside. Beautiful maneuver, but will we make it stick? There is closing, shutting the door right at his face, telling you not today.
Yeah, not today, Desmo. Try again. Go fish.
But if I were Desmond Denny, I would have waited a little bit for.
Wide.
Oh yeah, that is right. So I was
Desmo Denny takes advantage.
I was exactly about to say that if I were Desmond Denny, I would have waited for a mistake from Darius and not trying to fight with him, letting Vasils get away. I think that's what Vasils trying to do. And while those 3 guys are battling, do you know who's the one who's gonna make the most out of it?
Oh, I think Rishi's on the charge.
That is right. That is right. Rishi, number 5 on the Honda, looking to take the whole plate. Maybe we'll see him after a crash. I think we didn't see that yet. Someone crashing and taking the win afterwards.
And Rishi is right there. You can see him in the camera. Holy, here we go.
I think the gap was more than 3 seconds when it was settled, and it's right under 1 second. Rishi is up there.
He's looking to carve through this pack like a knife through hot butter. Will he do it? Oh, they're not going to make it easy on him, that's for sure. They all power up the hill towards the last 2 turns in the 4th sector.
And Rishi's fast. Rishi's mad. Rishi 52.4. Rishi is gonna take it all. Desmond Denny going on the grass.
Oh no.
And crashes. What a big shame for him. What a mistake from Desmond Denny.
Tries to wait to the very, very last second to put on the brakes. Just a little bit too late.
And if you're gonna crash, you don't want to crash at this stage of the race because it's just putting you so far behind.
Oh yeah, it looks like he's keeping his 4th place spot. Sloppy Warlock on the timesheet's about a second back. So now it's a battle of 3, 2 Hondas, a Ducati.
Up the front, Rishi. Thinking about the inside. Going down the hill to the hairpin to the right. Vazel Sender is going very wide.
So close, they're not letting Vazels get away at the front.
Darius up the inside, having a little bit of a mistake. Let's see if Rishi can take advantage. Sloppy Warlock taking 4th place from Desmodani. And they're having a bit of a fight, and up the hill, Desmodani regains the 4th place. Jumping right back to the top guys.
Ooh, the power of the Ducati.
You just see how much he closes down on the straights.
It's such a close race. I'm waiting for passing to happen any second. Vazel's having very, very good corner exit speed as well. He's making it really, really hard for Darius to use that Ducati power to catch back up, but he runs it a little wide. Oh my goodness, they're so close, side by side into this left turn. Will Darius get the cut back?
I think racing a little bit with Rishi this week. One problem he had, he's pretty fast, and if he was first, he might have got away from everyone. But when he has to battle up the lead from people who are quite fast, I think he's gonna struggle. Ooh, with a touch with Darius. So it's 1-2 Honda. Ooh!
What happened there?
I have no idea.
I thought the bikes weren't supposed to go to the moon today.
As Rishi goes first.
Oh, it takes a wide line. Gazelles will have a great drive coming up this hill.
Up the hill on the slipstream.
Oh, they're gonna be almost side by side. No, Rishi takes it.
Vazel's up the inside. He's gonna go wide. Oh!
Oh, they touch.
I think we have ourselves a battle.
The battle of the Hondas today in Brno.
And I think this is the...
Oh my goodness, not making it easy on Rishi. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was saying exactly what you said at the start of the season, that the first rider you want to beat is your teammate.
Oh yeah. Nothing feels better than beating somebody on the same bike.
Yep. If it was...
I'm glad you're not riding a Honda, buddy.
If it wasn't clear already, they just having the battle of their lives right now. Vazel's looking to take the second win in a row for him.
Green with the crash further down the field. Oh, he goes really wide. Oh,
Vazel's crashes and Rishi is gonna take first place probably. All he has to do is now just stick it up. Being the first one who crashes, I think he was pretty mad and pretty upset, but right now he's first.
Oh, Rishi comes back from a crash in turn 3 up to first place. How can you not be happy with that? That's fantastic riding from Rishi. Great recovery.
Well done
now,
by Rishi.
just put in, what, 2.5 more laps roughly? Just make it stick.
Yeah, that is right. As Vazel's having a little bit of 1 second lead from Darius, but I think we're gonna have a battle for the 3rd place, for the podium. Who is gonna be the last guy on the podium?
And Sloppy Warlock is not letting Danny pull away. He's right there in the mix as well.
Yep.
He is no slouch at Brno, that's for sure.
And I think a big thing is an interesting fact to see that every single rider at the first 5 places crashed this race. Everyone in a different place, but the first one who crashed is the first one to lead the race right now.
Had the most time to recover too.
Yep.
Yeah, great stuff from Rishi. Hopefully he can keep that first place spot. We don't give him the commentator's curse. And hopefully we see a really good battle for 3rd here.
One mistake, it only takes. This stage, tires are having a lot of wear on them, even overheating sometimes. Ooh, and Desmodani fighting with Darius wheel to wheel.
Oh, he's cutting up the inside, takes a little bit of the curb. Oh, they both got good drive coming down the hill. Darius with the best drive though. Look, did he brake too late?
Ooh, touches a little bit with Darius to the rear wheel.
Floppy Warlock now will try to catch him through these twisty turns.
Jan and Ninja trying to catch up further back the field. KG. First person rider to first person rider. Zeton, they have a freeway battle right there. So we're gonna jump back to Darius and Desmodani. Darius cutting the lead to Vazels, which was already a second, approaching now the last lap.
Here we go. He can't let anything go now. Oh,
Oh,
Vazels
you
with a little wobble.
big wobble, big wobble. At this stage, you don't wanna wobble.
Oh. Maybe he has a little bit of tire wear. Getting a little too antsy on the gas. There he is taking that wide line, cutting back with the Ducati power.
None of them want to give up. None of them want the front tire to give up at this stage.
As they pile on the brakes into this left-hand turn. And they flick it right down the hill. Ooh, they all have a good line. Ooh, yeah. Looks like Sloppy in the background went a little bit wide.
I think Darius is really strong at the last sector. But it's really tight. One mistake, one time going wide at one of the corners and you give up your place, you give up the podium. And that was what I was
Darius
talking
makes a little
about.
mistake.
Sorry, we are not catching Rishi first place. Ooh, there he is going wide a little bit. And Sloppy Warlock taking fourth place, getting also warning.
Maybe he was a little too rough. Oh, as they come around, flick it right, powered up the hill for the last time of asking here in Brno. Who will have the better drive and who's going to be bravest on the brakes in these last two turns? Rishi with the win. Congratulations, buddy. Sorry we didn't catch it. Darius thinks about a move up the inside.
Oh, and he doesn't quite get it.
Oh, Vazels with the better line.
Sloppy Warlock and Desmodani. And I think Sloppy Warlock took fifth place. I quite missed it because of the message on the right. Let's jump to Rishi, our winner of this race on the Honda, crashing at the first lap. Getting crashed by, I should say. And making it up the field and taking the first place. What a wonderful win by Rishi.
Great win. Excellent, excellent race.
And it's a
Good
1-2.
job. Well deserved.
That is right. And that is a 1-2 Repsol Honda team. Darius finishing up at third place on the Desmo bike, and Desmodani fourth place, having quite a bit of a battle with Sloppy Warlock on the M1.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see some replays, some highlights of that action that was going on down the field. Maybe Sloppy was being a little too aggressive, but I think he was just excited and wanted to take that win. Hopefully it didn't cause Des actually won that battle.
I think that Desmodani won that battle, and I guess we'll see, because Race Director is gonna approve now the results, and we'll see the final results. But our winner of Brno in the RR Racing League lower tier race, I'm pretty much sure it's Rishi.
Yeah, I am.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hi.
Rishi, what happened in turn 3 in the first lap there?
I think Hitten hit me in the rear. I think I hit Darius as well. I don't know what happened. It was a mess. I remember it just being a mess. When I crashed, I saw everybody just on the ground, and I was like, okay, well, the first lap was a mess. Yeah, I don't know. I'm happy I won the race, but I'm not happy that I'm happy I won the race, but I'm not happy that everyone crashed out. So, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, it was a race of a lot of crashing, but man, you did an excellent job to catch up to everybody.
yeah,
Holy.
I tried my. I was kind of like, when the moment hit me that I was taken down, I was like, oh god damn, okay, I need to just focus. And the pack was somewhat near me, like 3 seconds or something. I think Jono was the first one. I think Jono hit me and then crashed. He then got a warning for no reason, because I mean he hit me and then crashed, and I was like, okay, whatever, you know, he crashed, but I didn't, but whatever. Then I took over KG. I don't know. I don't even know where flag
Yeah,
was.
but we cut it all, so you could
Yeah.
see it in the replay. But congratulations, Rishi, on a wonderful win on the Honda, and there is a 1-2 Honda with you and your
Yeah, I
teammate.
saw that. Yeah, that was really cool. I'm actually really happy with 4-1-2. That's really cool.
And I'm pretty sure Alberto Puig will be really happy with that result.
Yeah, of course.
It was a great race to watch. All you and everybody else made it really exciting, really
Yeah.
good. A lot of fun for us to commentate and watch. So,
Awesome. All
congrats
right,
on the win.
Congrats.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
See you.
Yep, later.
That race was a wonderful race. A bit fortunate with the crashes it had, some very fortunate crashes, and we didn't see the battle for the lead. But second to last for like 3 laps to the end, and Rishi got the win, which was a fantastic race for him. Didn't go at the start quite as he wanted, but at the end he got the results, and I think the results is all it matters.
Yeah, you can definitely tell he kept calm, recovered from his crash, and just rode an excellent rest of the race. So congratulations to him, and thank you everybody for tuning in. This was round number 10 in Brno.
And we'll catch you all the next week.